Yeah, these days I'm weighing it different. When I pray, I'm praying he listens. You paying attention, I'm making a decision.
Hey, what's up? Today I'm doing one of my favorite videos, which is what's in my camera bag. This is my new camera bag. It is a Peak Design Travel 45 liter, and I got it because I needed to upgrade from my old bag, which was the Peak Design 20 liter everyday, to fit a lot more gear as I am starting to travel on the road, and it just works so much better when all my gear is on my back rather than rolling it around. So in this video, we're gonna go through what's all in my bag and what makes it so heavy. So this is the bag itself, and it is not a light one. It is 45 liters, so it can fit over double compared to what I can fit in my old bag, but this is more of an everyday bag, whereas this one will definitely take on more trips. The way I thought I'd break it down is to go through the bag itself, then go through the outside pockets, and then work our way in and see what's inside. So kicking it off with the bag itself, there is a few little hidden features, such as the back here has these magnetic flaps, which you can open to tuck in the strap of the bag, and it allows you to have it more as a duffel style bag without your straps, which is cool, but I rarely use it like this, so I usually have the straps out just because it gets quite heavy, especially if you want to carry with one arm. But also underneath here there are some waist straps, which are pretty cool, that you can pull them out if need be, but for me I just kind of keep it less cluttered and tuck them away for the most part. It also has this handle at the back here that you use as the duffel handle, but it also doubles as a luggage strap to put on your luggage, and it's pretty good. I think since it's such a heavy bag, it does have a little bit more give, so it sometimes, not all the time, can topple my little carry-on compared to my previous bag, which had like the whole back was the luggage strap, so it made it really snug. Whereas this one, I'm on the fence. Moving on to the front, the next feature this bag does have is a little pocket under here, which you can use a strap. I believe it comes with two, but I'm really sad to say I think I lost one. You can use this little strap thing to hook at any of these anchor points at the front of the bag. So say I wanted to add a tripod or maybe stick a tent on the front of my bag, I can use this strap to hook like here and then just cinch it really tight. If I had two, that would have worked better, but now that I only have one, it's okay. But to be honest, I would like to keep it more sleek, so I probably wouldn't attach anything to the back or the outside of my bag. So I usually just keep it tucked away. It's pretty cool that it's a magnetic pocket at the bottom, but I can understand how I lost it so easily because the pocket faces down. So any chance of it slightly opening, or there's like a little gap in the middle, it could have just fallen through. So that's a bit of a shame. So those are pretty much my main gripes with the bag, but other than that, let's get into it. Starting with the top pocket here. This is where I hold my sunnies, which, brutal. Sunnies, which go in there, and then also my little notebook, which I write down some stuff. Other than that, it's a pretty tight pocket, so I don't really hold too many things in there. In the main pocket at the front, I have my Ronin RS2, which I thought was super cool that this bag could actually fit it, and with the handle already attached. I have all the other accessories inside the bag, but I can pretty much pull this out and just start shooting. So it's less setup time to have it connected already, and this will kind of give me smoother shots with my videos, so that is super cool. Also in this front pocket, I fit a jacket generally when it is shoot day or show day, just because the arenas do get a little bit cold. In these two other pockets as well, I have a small little poncho, and then in the top mesh pocket here, I actually have my pass. You can actually unzip this and pull it down so you can get into the main compartment, but I don't really do it that way, just because I feel like the back is the best solution. Furthermore, in the top flap compartment is where I keep all my electronics, so chargers, hard drives, like USB-C dongle. I have a few tissues just at the ready, and a few cables for the hard drives. It's not the most elegant system, but it at least allows me to get quick access to it, especially because I'm pulling my laptop out all the time. So it's not that bad how unorganized it is at the top, but at least it gives you a little bit more mesh and a little bit more give in this top pocket to add a little bit bulkier items. So that's pretty much the front pocket there. Now moving on to the sides. On each side there is a water bottle hole and actually a secret pocket just behind that, which in this one I just put the receipt to the bag and just a mask just in case. On the side as well you have a water bottle hole, so I put either a water bottle or what I usually put down there is a power board just in case, because it doesn't really fit very well inside the bag. One thing I did forget to mention was that you can actually open the bag on the side here. So it means I can get my camera from the side, but I really do it that way, so I guess that's why I forgot. For the top of the bag, there's not actually that much on it. There's those two loops, so you can actually attach more stuff to the top, but I wish there was a pocket at the top. And this more so relates to when I need to get my laptop out. I usually open up the back just ever so slightly so I can pull my laptop out. And if I wanted to get my hard drive and stuff like that, I actually have to use this front pocket. So especially when my bag's laying down, it's more annoying that I have to pull it up slightly to open and get my charger and my hard drives, whereas on my old bag the pocket was right next to the laptop, so it just made getting things out a lot easier. So if there was a pocket at the top here, that would have been awesome. Now moving on to the back of the bag. For such a heavy bag, the straps do hold up fairly well, and it does include this really cool looking chest strap, which I've used maybe once or twice. On the side there is also a small pocket for some business cards, and then on the side here there is a hidden pocket as well. Now getting into the main compartment of the bag, it is awesome that it opens up from the back, so that way you don't have to lay down the side that touches your back to the ground. So I think this method works the best, but I believe you can flip it the other way to open it from the front. From the bag itself, it actually comes empty, so you decide what you want to put in there, whether that be some packing cubes, which they also sell, or camera cubes, which come in a small, medium, and large size. I was wanting to get the medium size, but they didn't have it in stock, so I ended up getting the large, but it worked out well because I have actually a lot more gear than I expected, so it all fits in here perfectly. So cracking the bag open, the first thing you would feel is the laptop, which is in the flap. I thought this would be annoying, but it's actually not too bad, especially the system that you open the bag slightly to pull out the laptop. That works okay, and it also has in there a small pocket to add a 11-inch tablet, I believe. Cracking it open inside the bag, you can see that I have my large camera cube, which is kind of locked in there by these little carabiners on the side. The large camera cube, or camera cubes in general, do take up a little bit more space compared to if this was just a camera bag and the dividers were built in. But it does lend itself to have this really cool feature, which when I was on the road, I needed to do a laundry day. So I took out the camera cube and just put my dirty laundry inside the empty bag and then went to the laundromat. So it's cool that it can double up as a camera bag, but also just a normal day bag. So let's start by going through the camera cube. So first up, I have my Zeiss Cleaning Kit, and this is not used all that often, but it's just good to have, I guess. Next to that is the Rode Video Micro, which I use ever so often, and the lens hood for my lens, which I'm currently using the 24-70 f2.8 IS with my Canon R6. Finally, in that pocket is a leash for my either camera, or I can put it to my tech pouch by these little anchors, and I usually just carry this around on set, so that way I have all my accessories at the ready. The slot next to that holds my 35mm f1.8 IS macro lens, which I use quite often, and it's great because it's just so small. So if I don't want to carry around the 24-70, I can carry around this one. And then underneath that, RF to EF adapter, which I just keep there just in case we have any EF lenses. Above that is my tech pouch, which I've done a full video about, and it holds all my essential stuff. It's super packed, so I'll leave a link to watch that video, but that just sits in there. It holds filters, batteries, in-ears, some cleaning stuff, extra SD cards, you name it, it's in there. And then next to that just holds my LPE6 charger, which is pretty standard. At the top here is, I would say, a bit of support, some SD cards and some tape. So electrical tape. I have a travel adapter, which is also super handy because most of our plugs are still in the Australian plug, but also it has USB plugs and a USB-C port. So it's actually super handy to have in the bag. My SD card holder of choice is the Pelican one, and it holds all my SD cards, micro, normal, you name it, it's in there. And then going through the support gear, I have some accessories for the Ronin. I also have this Magic Arm connected to this super clamp, which I actually used last night on one of our fans. It's rattling, so I just used this clamp to kind of like hold the two bits together, and it worked pretty well. So I used that for that, but also my friend lent me his Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K, and he had a battery grip connected to an SSD, so I needed to figure out a system to connect that to my Ronin, and this was the solution. The other accessories in the bag is just the quick release plate, the tripod, and the back handle for the Ronin RS2. And then one really cool thing about this camera cube is that it comes with this small pocket with the Velcro at the back, so you can stick some small things in here like cables, screws, and it fits just all nicely in there, and you can slap it to the side so it's kind of hidden. So that's just in there as well. Finally, in the biggest compartment, I usually put my camera, so it usually sits like so, but since I'm filming on it, I will leave it out. Now moving to the top, I have my headphones, which are the Sony 1003, something along those lines, and I use them all the time, and they sit perfectly just at the top there. And then next to that, I have my mouse of choice, which is the Logitech Master MX. This is the version 3. Finally, I've taken out the camera cube, which looks something like this, and it's pretty cool. If you fill up the bag itself and you take this out, you can actually just hold this and take it around, or leave it in the hotel in a safe place. And then you can actually take out the day bag and use it like so. It does have the ability to clip and compress like that, which actually makes the bag quite a lot smaller. But again, if I hold the side, it just unsnaps, which is a little annoying. But, oh well. So that pretty much wraps up this video and everything that's in my backpack. And if you like these kind of videos, consider subscribing. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.